Now, when I say your own space, I don't mean to move out, change cities, change your entire life, flip everything on its head. What I'm really trying to tell you to do is to find a space, find somewhere that you just feel the most comfortable physically and mentally. In the world that we live in, our mental fortitudes are being constantly compromised. Like, the world that we live in is just made to constantly stress us out with news, social media, global conflicts, AI, the fucking Jeffrey Epstein files, like your financial life, the job market, like the cost of living in America. It is all constantly pushed towards you on TikTok or YouTube to constantly just stress you out. And I, for one, am very guilty of it. That when all of these things are going on around you, you just can't help but think about it all the time. It's constantly on your mind. It's just something that infects your every thought because honestly, it's hard to live in a world where so much is going wrong so consistently, where everything feels like it's against you, where everything feels like it's just here to ruin your life, like it's here to just make your life worse. And obviously, it's not just targeted against you. All these governments in the world don't want you specifically to fucking die and crash and burn, but it feels like it. And you are part of the people that these governments are working against. These governments around the world, these rich billionaires, they want you to own nothing and be happy. They want you to have less. They want everything. They want you to have nothing. And it's hard to think about. It's hard to know that that's the world that we live in. But when all you do is think about that, when all that you do is allow that stress to destroy your mind, it inhibits your growth. It doesn't allow you to evolve as a person. And I was talking about it with my friend Noah yesterday. We were both having a rough day and just needed to talk to somebody. And what we talked about was change in our life, things that scare us, things that are going to push us to be better. Because me and him both have this mentality that we are destined for more, that we need more, that we're not meant to be average. And one, I do my best to surround myself with those people because you need ambitious people in your life. You are the sum of your five closest friends. But he had a major life decision coming up that night that he had to make a decision for, and it was really stressing him out. And he didn't feel like he knew what to do. He didn't feel like he was capable of taking this on his own. And I'm glad that he came to me, and it's really what inspired me to make this my first video like this my first commentary video. Because in the world that we live in, stress is so mainstream, stress is so mainlined in everyone's brain. It's shown to you everywhere that you turn, you're told about it everywhere that you go, that you don't really get to process it, you don't get to talk about it because there's so much constant new information that it all just kind of builds up in your brain and destroys you from the inside. But there are multiple ways to get these stressors off your mind and out of your life, and I just wanted to spitball some ideas to y'all and tell y'all because I truly think that it's something that will improve everyone's life. Now, the first one I've already kind of talked about, but find someone to talk about it with. Whether you want to talk about global conflicts or the Jeffrey Epstein files or the job market or all of this stress that you're seeing on social media, just find someone to talk to it about. It doesn't have to be in person. It can be a random person online on a forum. Like, it does not matter, but you need to get it off of your mind and out of your mouth or onto paper, into an expression journal. You need to get it out. And journaling kind of leads me to the second one, which is to find a place or activity offline that you enjoy, and preferably alone, that takes your mind away from stressors, or at least gives you like a comfortable way to think about them, to where you're not just stressing yourself out even more. Because you can't just keep stressing yourself out. Stress is one of the most harmful things to the human body, physically and mentally. And so when all you're doing is stressing yourself out, you're destroying the ability your brain has to function. You're destroying your cognitive ability. You're also destroying your body's ability to physically recover, which in return is going to make the next day harder because you're physically more worn out. And so you need to be able to find a way to move on from all the stress. You got to be able to move past it. You got to be able to push it out of your mind, because there's no way to keep growing when all that you're doing is hurting yourself. But the moral of it all is that you need to protect your peace. The only person truly capable of fixing your life or changing anything is you. And so you need to start putting yourself first. You need to start thinking of yourself and doing things to help yourself out. And that's not selfish, it's not rude. It's doing whatever you need to do to make yourself the best version of you, to give you the best life possible, because at the end of the day, you're the only person that can control your life. Thank you. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I'll see y'all in the next video.